How you doing and welcome to Neither Real Music. I'm Ed. Today we're going to be looking at a technique on the guitar, a slightly more advanced picking technique called hybrid picking. Hybrid picking is a concept of combining your pick with two or more of your fingers. This shouldn't be confused with just using a thumb pick and two fingers. That picking style can be mixed in with a couple of different other genres, chicken picking, Chet Atkins style picking. This style of picking is kind of an introduction to those and something that can be used in a lot of different ways. In fact, a lot of Led Zeppelin tunes, a lot of Mastodon tunes use this form of picking. So we're going to talk about how it works, what it's good for, and then I'll show you a couple of basic exercises to get yourself started, and then maybe in another video I will show you a couple of advanced exercises. So how this works. This is going to be a general overview, not the exact way that you could use it. When I first started learning how to do this, I divided my guitar into two different instruments. The top three strings, strings 6, 5, and 4, were one instrument, and strings 1, 2, and 3 were another instrument. By that I mean my bass line was played on strings 6, 5, and 4, and my melodies, or chord melodies, would be played on strings 1, 2, and 3. Gray area being the two middle strings. You'll try your best for those. So let's say I wanted to start out with something simple. I would build a chord that I knew, a C chord, and I would learn how to just move between two strings. So let's say we're going to use strings 5 and 4, the notes C and E. Now in between those, I would be taking my other two fingers, my middle finger and my ring finger, and putting them, anchoring them on strings 1 and 2 and pulling on those. In between each pluck. This way you can hear a distinct bass note and the top part of a chord. If you're comfortable, you can add in the note G by moving your third finger. So instead of going C to E, 5th string to 4th string, we're going to go 5th string to 6th string and basically repeat the same pattern. Once you're comfortable with that, you could start mixing things together. So you could do C, E, C, G. Now we haven't really done anything with the top two strings. But if we can break this into a triplet, groups of 3, I can play each finger individually. In the beginning of learning this type of technique, you're going to primarily focus on down plucks with your pick. However, as you get more advanced, you want to learn to alternate pick. So this way you can get to things significantly faster. This is how a lot of jazz players, people like Joe Pass, Bucky Pizzarelli, and a lot of the other greats kind of trick you into believing more than one guitar is being played, because you hear the bass line distinct from the melody line. So here's an exercise to get you started. We're going to start with a C chord, and we're going to go to a G. C, G. So for here, we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. When you move to the G chord, you're going to also move your pick up to strings 6 and 5 instead of strings 5 and 4. If this starts to sound like a polka or a little Oompa Loompa song, like a German style song, it's because they liked that alternating bass line sound a lot. Now, we're going to do 2 counts of 4 for each chord. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Don't be afraid to mix and match different chords up that you might already know. You can add in an A minor. To an E minor. C. G. Once you're comfortable with this idea, you could start trying the triplets. Those of you who have practiced a little bit of classical guitar might recognize some of these concepts as the Giuliani studies. That is going to be our foundation for learning how to properly hybrid pick, as I will be showing you modifications on those lessons using the pick and a proper technique. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. If you like this kind of content, please subscribe and ring the little bell. Good luck and good practice.